What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. Listen, we got your video of the day, and we got a pre-market battle brief that we're going to get right to it, man, because we want to make sure everyone's squared away moving into this market and clearing out this week. Now, what I need you to do is hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I need you to come along with us on the journey. Check the description tab. Tons of tools and tidbits right there at your fingertips. All of our products and services, all of our classes that we have going on, the mentoring, everything is right there at your fingertips. Just click, read, and then go ahead and invest in yourself in the year 2022. Now, if that sounds good and you're ready to rock it with me, then all I got to say to you is follow me and let's go to war. All right, guys, just want to put this out there, man. Because of a robust increase in volume that we've had because of you loyal supporters out there that all want to rock with Traders War Room, we have to put some business hours. So between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., Monday through Saturday, that is the hours where the bulk majority of our processing your orders for your classes, for your merchandise, for your TWR one-on-one mentorship. That's when those are going to be processed. So if you don't see something and it's like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. or something like that, don't freak out, okay? You'll get it the next day. I promise you. Our goal is to get everyone what they ordered, what they paid for in 24 hours. Check the description tab, our products and services, our classes, our mentor schedule. It's all down there, all right? All right, so futures are up, moving into Tuesday. Now, remember, we got Powell speaking today, so definitely expect some of these greens to turn red because the market definitely reacts negatively towards the Biden administration talking about anything on the economy. All right, more futures moving green into gray and then into red. And topping it off, natural gas not doing the best out of the bunch, okay? Definitely paying attention to it. Now let's move into some news. And look at that right there. Futures rise ahead of the Fed Chair Powell's testimony. Listen, stock indexes futures are up as investors picked up beaten down stocks ahead of this Chair Jerome Powell's testimony that may offer fresh insight on policy tightening and the central bank's plan to tackle inflation. Important news, guys, because inflation is the main concern for sentiment inside of the market as the big money is concerned. We got to pay attention to this stuff. Fed's Bostic says 3 hikes, fast balance sheet runoff needed for inflation fight. High inflation and a strong recovery will require the Federal Reserve to raise interest rates at least 3 times this year, beginning as soon as March, and warrant rapid rundown on Fed assets holdings to draw excess cash out of the financial system. So the risk of inflation basically is likely to be elevated and extend period of time that we need to understand that the market is going to be volatile, okay? The sentiment is going to be low, especially with hikes. So expect some sharp rises moving into these hikes, and then coming into and through the hikes, we're going to see some sell-off. People are going to secure their money and put it into safer investments. So we got to be, mindful of that, especially with day trading and short-term swing trades. Gloomy outlook for global recovery, World Economic Forum says. Now, this is definitely not what you want to hear. This is bearish sentiment if I've never heard it. Only 1 in 10 World Economic Forum members surveyed expects the global economy to accelerate over the next 3 years. So a lot of these experts, these subject matter experts that are picked out of the bunch to be these world global economic people, like this is their job, okay? Economics 101, this is what they do, say that they are not expecting a robust push in the next 3 years for the global economy. Now, we have to see what this means to America, It doesn't necessarily mean it's bad for us. We could pick up some of the slack and just boom, but we definitely need to understand that, as a global economy and as one of the superpowers and the powerhouses in the world, we have to pay attention to this because this could affect us drastically, and it could be a great opportunity if our leadership does the right stuff, but it could also be a bad opportunity if we do the wrong stuff. Trading alerts, these are everything that we're in, man. We've been making a killing so far. I plan on some of these. We're going to make probably a few dollars, not as much as I want to make, but some of these are going to rocket, man, and we're going to kill these, okay? Now, are we going to take some losers along the way? Absolutely, man. That's just the name of the game. But I always tell you guys, as long as our winners far exceed our losers, and at the end of the week, we're always net positive, that is the goal. And that is what we've been accomplishing week after week after week, man. Getting into these fire plays, trimming, securing profit when present, and making money. And don't forget, if you want to put my bot and get my alerts in your server, hit me up on a email, okay? Put in the subject line, I want your bot, and I'll make sure I get back to you. We'll talk business and we'll square it away, and I'll get you the great fire alerts that all these other services are getting in your server as well, man. We're here to serve. We're also here to make some money, so let's go out there and kill both of it. All right, let's talk about some stocks, okay? Tesla first up, all right? We got some fib lines. Tesla is approaching that $1,000 level, okay? Now, that $1,000 level is very important because that is a mental mindset for Tesla, okay? It hits $1,000 and we'll probably see a lot of buying pressure. Now, if we don't see the buying pressure that everyone's thinking, and when I'm talking about buying pressure, I'm talking about the big money that's spending the big dollars on Tesla, it's probably going to have a downward effect and we're going to see some selling pressure because $1,000 is about the mental note where people are really checking in for Tesla, okay? Above 1,000, Tesla's bullish. Below 1,000, people are thinking, man, I'm going to wait to see where the bottom's at. NVDA, this is one of our chip plays, okay? We're downtrending right now. Even though we closed green, we're still approaching the 23% fib line, okay? So chip players are getting squeezed hard, but these are opportunities to get in at lower prices and even dollar cost averaging, especially if you're at the higher levels, okay? So do not count these chip plays out because all it needs is one good catalyst that something booming came and these chip plays are going to skyrocket. AMD, very similar to NVDA, another chip play. We're paying attention to these, okay? When we start to see AMD, NVDA, then we got some smaller ones that we like that are going to follow on coattails. ON, we have a trade on that one. We're waiting for that to skyrocket and bounce up. I think we see some bounce from these fib lines that these chip players are in because a lot of people know that this chip is important, okay, moving forward. All the electronics, all the EVs, all these things, they all need chips, okay? So the chip plays are definitely an investing in the future, in my opinion. Can't talk about Tesla and not talk about Lucid, okay? Lucid, we're starting to see an accumulation and a breakout of the accumulation pattern, okay? We had this rectangle pattern between the fib lines, and we're starting to see a breakout to the outside. It's actually cleared and closed above the 50 percentile. I like this for continuation, moving on up. All we got to do is hit the fib lines, reach that, exceed that, close above it, and continue on our trajectory up. Now, this will be probably a long time or longer time. I shouldn't say long time, but a longer time of a patient play, but definitely patience pays, in my opinion. A new one, we haven't talked about this, but this has been getting a lot of attention, especially on the news. INTC. If you guys aren't paying attention to INTC, now this was one of those that no one gave this thing. They were ancient. This was an old business, archaic, and things like that nature. Man, they've been just patiently waiting for their opportunity to strike, and striking while the iron is hot is now, okay? INTC, definitely need to pay attention to this. In my opinion, I'd like to see a little pullback, but this is one of those that you should probably grab up some shares and hold this, and you probably could make a pretty decent come out here in the near future on some covered calls if you get yourself, some bundles of 100 shares. All right, let's talk about Ford, okay? Ford consolidating. We hit that peak high. We pulled down like we figured we would. We tried to push back up to surpass and find our new resistance point. I think we found our resistance point, okay? I think we're up there at the 24.95. I think that's a good resistance point. I think we start seeing this new channel developing here in the support and resistance at $25 and $22.95, okay? So I think we bounce around here. We may even go down a little bit to test the lower levels, but I think this is going to be our new, rectangular pattern that we're starting to form between this 25 and the $22.95 or $23. GM on a little downtrend, okay? But that's all right because I think we got some puts out on GM. So GM, definitely, we like this thing long term. We think it's going to be a rival with the Ford industry. You know, they're doing a lot of great things in the EV sector. They're trying to build up that empire and continue with their normal way of business. But definitely right now, they're looking like it's a little bit of downtrend, and we're going to probably test and close below that 50% fib line. So, you know, definitely, I think the puts are going to pay off on this particular ticker. SBUX, okay? SBUX definitely had a bullish intent of this. I thought we were going to try to track back up to that 116 area, but we just kept going down and down and down. So I think we found bottom down here. I think we try to track back up from here. I hope that we see some automatic buying going on and we see a nice uptrend with some big money flow. But definitely we got to pay attention. Money flow is flat right now. We need that to curl up. We need to start seeing some buying pressure in this particular ticker. Last one for me, Roblox, okay? Roblox downtrend. I got to put out on this one, okay? Roblox, I think we go down and we test that bottom level fib line, all right? That's my guesstimate. I think we have the money flow is flowing out of this. I think people are starting to profit take because they've been riding this for so long, and I think we continue on a downward trend. I wouldn't be surprised if it triggers some automatic buys right above that fib line and we start to see some buy pressure. But I think after it is, you know, stops and it gets to a high where you start to see the accumulation of wealth, I think people continue to profit take and it goes down further. All right, on the 15th, we got Charting Your Way to Financial Freedom. Listen, 2 hours of nothing but charts, okay? TWR's own Amped takes you through from cradle to the grave, okay, of chart making, okay? Idea is to get plans, get strategies, get lines of support, lines of resistance, patterns, get stop and entry exits, stop losses, stop points, everything you could think of, and creating sexy, easy to recognizable charts. And for 2 hours, he's going to take nothing but real time, your tickers, put them in charts, and give you guys the tools so that you guys can be charting proficientos yourself. Check the description tab. All the info's there. This Saturday, $15. And then on January 16th, we got Managing Risk and Emotional Trading. Listen, Traders War Room, we have a guest instructor, Pastor Prince. And if you don't know who Pastor is, man, he is a fantastic investor and trader, and he has tips and tools that the pros use to manage risk and have less emotion in their tradings, okay? This is a great class, especially if you want to be an overall all-around trader and investor. You need to have this risk management and emotional class. Again, this is on Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Pastor Prince is going to take you guys through the process of risk management and emotional trading like the pros do. So definitely $15 again. So we have a double header, $15 per class. You hit the PayPal. The links are in the description. Get yourself this learning. And listen, you guys don't even need to be present for the training. If you register, you sign up, you'll get the Zoom link. Register on the Zoom, you will get the recorded copy within your email within 24 hours, okay? Every person that makes a purchase gets the recorded copy. Promise that. 24 hours, we got you covered. All right, and don't forget to check us out on Discord, okay? Our flagship, man. This is where it all goes popping, okay? Live alerts, live trades, everything you need to be a complete trader, a one-stop shop. Now, remember, Traders War Room, we look at the stock market like the war zone, stocks and sectors. Those are our battles. We do it together as a team. Attack, conquer, and destroy, and we're learning, growing, and sharing not just our portfolios, but also our market knowledge together as a team. Now, if that sounds good, you can rock it with us, then all I got to say to you is follow me, and let's go to war.